Just when we thought the all-new Sapphire Reserve was all the new news that we needed, Chase is also introducing the Sapphire Reserve for Business. You likely saw the new design for the personal version right here, but the Business gets a new design as well. It will look just like this. Which of the two do you like better? Let me know down below in the comments section. These new card products will be available, by the way, starting June 23rd, 2025. And since we've never had a business version of the Sapphire Reserve before, there's a lot to talk about. And as you probably can guess, there's a lot that mirrors the personal version with a number of differences that really do set it apart. So let's dive into those details right now. Looking first to the annual fee, it will be a very high $795. Alleviating that cost a little bit though will be for those of you who add employee cards. They will be $0 each, which is fantastic. Viewing this side by side with the personal version, their annual fees are identical, $795 each. The difference though is that on the personal side, more users are called authorized users and they're $195 each. Whereas on the business side, they're called employee cards and they are free, $0. And yes, there is a good reason for paying $195 on the personal side, as you'll see later in the video. Meanwhile, let's check out the rewards on the earning side. The business version will give you 8 points per dollar on Chase travel. In other words, whatever you book travel-wise through the Chase portal will be eligible to earn 8x. So that will include flights, hotels, rental cars, cruises, activities, and tours. And coming soon, there will also be vacation rentals. Right now, that is slated to be added to the portal in sometime July 2025. Beyond that, you'll earn 5 points per dollar with your Lyft rides through the end of September 2027. Also 4 points per dollar on flights and hotels that are booked directly with the flight and hotel websites, so outside of the Chase ecosystem. Then triple points on your advertising expenses via social media sites and search engines. And finally, 1 point per dollar on your other purchases. And here's where we see our first difference compared to the personal version. So let's put those two side by side right here. With the business on the right-hand side, we'll always have the personal on the left. So very similar in a lot of ways, but putting some color into the picture here, everything that has the same color will be identical to some extent here. So the 8x on Chase Travel, 5x on Lyft, and 4x on flights and hotels booked directly are the same. What's left in white font will be where we see the differences. I want to say first on the left-hand side for the personal, 10 points per dollar on Chase Dining. There's not one blog, one video I've seen, or even the Chase press release that came out that mentions this. All I can say for sure is that the older personal version of the Sapphire Reserve does earn 10 points per dollar on dining, through the Chase portal that is. But with the new revamp here, it was never mentioned at all, whether it's staying or going away. So I'm putting a question mark on that for now. Beyond that, 10 points per dollar on Peloton through the end of December 2027. Also on the personal side, we have triple points on dining. That is not featured on the business at all, but it replaces that with the triple on advertising. Then both cards earn at the base rate of 1 point per dollar. Moving now over to the redemption side. You'll be able to redeem your Chase Ultimate Rewards points for cash back at 1 cent per point. Chase Travel at a 1 to 2 cent range here. That will be with the new points boost feature for select airlines and hotels. Then finally with transfer partners, that will vary based on the partner you choose and the itinerary that you build. I covered that points boost feature in the personal Sapphire Reserve video, but to give you a little bit of a sample of that, here's the Chase site. The link will also be down below. Basically, you'll now be able to redeem points within a range at a base of 1 cent up to 2 cents. For example, hotels via the Edit collection will always be at 2 cents per point, whereas select airfares may be from 1.25 cents or higher. So far, what this is feeling like before it actually launches, and we know for sure, is kind of like a Saver award fare or a discounted type of thing that you'll see in the Chase portal when you're booking. Meaning they'll feel kind of like special deals for redemptions, where some deals will have better rates than others. We'll see for sure though once all this goes live later in June. Putting these redemption options side by side with the personal, we see that there are no changes here in terms of the categories or the value that you get. And now we have the credits. First up, we have a $500 credit with the Edit collection. Think of that like Amex Fine Hotels and Resorts, where you have upscale luxury properties and special upscale VIP perks to go with it. This will be issued as $250 every 6 months of the year, so January through the end of June, and then July through the end of December. Second, we have a $500 Southwest Airlines credit. earned after spending $120,000 per year on the card, and this is valid on flights booked via the Chase travel portal. Then there's another $500 credit for the shops at Chase when you spend $120K per year on your card. I also cover this in the personal version of the video, but this is like an upscale shopping portal here with premium curated shopping experiences only for Chase card members. You can shop with your card, you can use points or even both to get some great deals. Now for our first business related credit, there's $400 per year with ZipRecruiter. That'll be issued as $200 every 6 months. Then $300 worth of credits for Dash Pass by DoorDash. You get one $5 per month restaurant promo plus two $10 per month everyday essentials promo. This will be valid through December 31st, 2027. Up next is the well-loved $300 travel credit. That was the same as the credit on the personal version for many years. Basically, any travel booked through the Chase portal or even outside of the Chase portal can be used towards this. And Chase defines travel very broadly. So whether it's a flight, hotel, motel, cruise, or even transit-related categories like bridges, tolls, and parking will all be eligible. Then for another business-related credit, $200 for Google Workspace, followed by a $120 value with Dash Pass by DoorDash again, but this one covers your monthly membership. Another $120 will come your way for Lyft. That is $10 per month issued in your Lyft app to basically cover your rides or go towards them. This is valid through the end of September 2027. And another $120 with Global Entry, TSA PreCheck, or Nexus to cover your application fee. That one comes to you every 4 years. Finally, a new credit here at the bottom, $100 for giftcards.com. That one's given out as $50 every 6 months. My goodness, that's a lot. But compared to the personal version, it's just as busy here. So putting those two side by side, personal on the left, business on the right, a lot of them are pretty much identical here. Putting some color to the picture, whatever you see in blue is the same. Anything in yellow / a little bit of pink red will be different. So for the $500 Southwest Airlines credit, that requires $75,000 of spend on the personal, but on the business, it requires $120,000. Then for the shops at Chase, that was $250 on the personal. It's actually doubled, $500 on the business, but the business requires more spend to earn it. Again, that's $120,000 per year, whereas on the personal, that was $75,000. Whatever remains there in white font is unique to each card. So only the personal would get the credits with StubHub, also the dining / primetime reservations via OpenTable, and the Apple credits. Whereas on the business, that one is the only one that gets the credits with ZipRecruiter, Google Workspace, and giftcards.com. Feel free to pause that if you'd like to look it over a little bit longer. If not, we're going to move on right now to the elite status with airlines and hotels. The Sapphire Reserve for Business will give you IHG One Rewards Platinum Elite status. This is totally automatic. You don't have to qualify with nights, points, or credits or anything like that. You'll just have to enroll or activate in your portal. It will be valid through the end of December 2027. Then if you spend $120,000 per year, you can actually unlock the Diamond Elite status, which is currently the highest tier in the entire program. And finally here, Southwest Airlines A-List Elite status, again after spending $120,000 per year. Viewing these new elite status benefits alongside with the personal on the left side of your screen now, they are pretty much identical here in terms of the actual benefit itself, but just to get them, we saw those different spend requirements. It's a lower on the personal at $75K, where it's higher at $120K on the business. And what about the burning question that likely everybody has? Lounge access. Well, this card does come with a decent amount of it. You'll get access to the Chase Sapphire Lounge by the club locations. Primary cardholders get unlimited access with 2 guests, but employee cards do not have lounge access. The same holds true with Priority Pass. The primary cardholder getting unlimited access with their 2 guests, but employee cards do not get in. And also select Air Canada Maple Leaf lounges. The primary again getting unlimited access, but with only 1 guest this time, so be aware of that caveat. And again, employee cards do not get access. If you'd like more details about the Air Canada lounges, you can actually go to this site right here. This is from the Chase website, so they made a whole post about this in terms of the select locations and the guest access and all that, so I'll put the link down below in the description area. Side by side now with the personal version. There's no difference in terms of amount of access by location, but in terms of access policy, there is. The primary cardholder will always get their unlimited access with 2 free guests for the Sapphire lounges and Priority Pass. The Air Canada lounge is giving 1 guest. But note here for the authorized users / the employee cards, the difference is quite big here. On the business side, there's no access for additional cardholders / employee cards, but the personal side does. They still get unlimited access with their own 2 free guests or 1 guest in the case of Air Canada. And that's why it made sense that the authorized users on the personal side cost $195 each, whereas on the business, they're $0. Wrapping this all up here to at least mention the insurance protections on the retail and travel side. Nothing was really given in terms of deep details for those types of coverages, although I know that they will be involved with this card, both on business and personal. So once these cards go live next week after I record this and we see all the fine print and all that, we'll then know about all the coverages and deductibles and the like. So eventually I'll be doing a deep dive review for each card, maybe a future comparison video with the full details as well. For now though, hopefully you enjoyed this first look at this brand new card, and it's now just a number of days before it goes live on the web for new applicants. Will you be among them? Let me know down below in those comments. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.